Continuing to use our trek of the Tour de Mont Blanc as a case study, today we're talking about getting our team dynamics improved by using our preparations around fitness and shared systems. Hello again, I'm Jason. So my family and I are fresh off reviewing some old footage of our Tour de Mont Blanc, and so we're taking the opportunity to use that trip as an example as we add to our expedition planning series. Last week we talked about planning logistics, getting ourselves and our gear to the right places at the right times. And today we are discussing using two things we have to do anyway, getting our fitness levels where they need to be, and making sure our teammates know and contribute to our shared systems to help us develop positive team dynamics as we get ready for big trips and expeditions. Let's start with fitness. I'm not getting into specific fitness training routines, as those should be tailored for the trip you're planning on taking. I'm also not talking about developing endurance versus power versus strength. Again, there are better books and videos dedicated to that topic. Rather, I want to talk about developing self-belief and belief in our collective team fitness. That is to say, as a team going on expedition, we have to believe in our own physical capacity as well as the capacity of our teammates to meet the demands of the trip. So I tend to look at the measurables of an expedition. How many hours on my feet on the longest duration day? How many kilometers of distance on the lengthiest day? How much vertical gain on my biggest day? How much weight on my back on my heaviest day? I want to be able to do more than is required by all of these measurables. I shoot for around 125% of these metrics. If my lengthiest day is 20 kilometers, then I want to train up to 25 kilometers. If I have a big climbing day of 1,000 meters, then I want to train up to 1,250 meters of climbing, and so on. And eventually, I want to stack all of those together. A pack heavier than I'll use on a day longer than I'll hike, gaining more vertical than I'll gain over a longer distance than on the expedition. That is exactly what we did to get ready for the TMB. The exception may be vertical technical climbing, which doesn't need to be done with a particularly heavy pack because the team will always move pack weight from the leaders to the followers. As long as I'm being careful about avoiding overtraining injuries, I like knowing that my body is capable of anything the trip can throw at it. Self-belief is a big part of healthy self-perception, and having a bunch of teammates with a healthy self-perception is a big part of fostering positive team dynamics and belief in each other. What if something goes wrong? What if a teammate tweaks a knee while on approach to the main objective? Maybe it's not too bad, but it makes sense to reduce the weight the team member is carrying in. Now someone else, or everyone else, needs to carry a little more. Something like that actually happened on the TMB. I got a kidney stone about halfway through the trip. It caused tremendous pain anytime I ate or drank anything other than water. Long story short, I did the last half of the trip, about 5 days of trekking, without taking in any calories. At all. By the end of the trip, I was feeling pretty weak, but my wife and my boys were able to help out by taking some weight. That got us all over the finish line and me to an emergency room in France. We've built confidence in the collective group. Because we train together and because our capabilities are transparent to the group, we've built that confidence in the entire group. We have objective, measurable evidence that we are all more than capable. So capable that we can be parts of solutions should any contingencies arise. We are after a similar dynamic when it comes to shared understanding of and participation in shared systems and tasks. What do I mean by shared system? Well, really, I'm talking about participation in procedures that may need to be deployed over the course of the expedition. A classic example would be a crevasse rescue system for a trip that includes glacier travel. For big mountains, there might be moving up fixed lines or using gear haul systems. For backpacking trips, there could be water filtration or cooking systems. Sure, the relative complexity might be a lot less for non-technical trips. It doesn't take a lot of practice to get a water filtration system working. For the TMB, it was mostly about hygiene, making sure the boys were taking regular showers, keeping our water bottles clean, taking care of our feet. When everything is fine, that's about distribution of labor. It's nice to not have to do everything myself. While one person is showering, someone else is organizing gear, or someone is filtering water while someone else is pitching the tent. When things go wrong, maybe someone is sick or otherwise not able to contribute, that person's tasks can be taken up by anyone else on the team. Of course, In technical situations, the ability for everyone to play their part might literally be the difference between life and death. Working together as a team, practicing the necessary systems, whether that be crevasse rescue practice or just making sure everyone knows how to pitch that new tent in case we have to do it in a storm, are another set of experiences when done together help inspire confidence in ourselves and the others on our expedition. That confidence and belief in each other through shared fitness and system training helps our expeditions begin from a place of trust rather than being left to find trust after the expedition has started. Have you been on an expedition with a really great team? How did you prepare together? Tell us your story in the comments. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and share if you want to support us. For more information, you can go to our website at www.shortguysbetaworks.com. You can check out a related video on team dynamics about shared decision making, or you can check out our other videos in the expedition planning series. We'll see you next week and keep on getting more out of that big outside.